Coming to America is a 1988 comedy directed by John Landis and stars Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, James Earl Jones and Shari Headley, among others. As heir to the throne of Zamunda, Prince Akeem has everything done for him, from being dressed and bathed to brushing his teeth. He does nothing for himself, yet he yearns for independence. He wants to be able to cook for himself, to tie his own shoelaces and even choose his own wife. So when his 21st birthday arrives and his future wife is chosen for him, he speaks to his father and is granted 40 days to travel the world before he will be married. However, he has other plans and he travels to America in search of his own bride and the life experiences he craves. Well, by now you'll have all realised that I have a great affection for the 80s, particularly 80s movies, and this is no exception. Eddie Murphy was a king of 80s comedy, and with his insanely witty humour and unique laugh, he easily steals the show again in Coming to America, not least because he plays multiple characters. It's basically a twist on a fairy tale story, where the royal becomes a lowly worker, finds love, then goes back to being royal. A story that was originally created by Eddie Murphy himself. This movie doesn't have the sweeping cinematography that I so enjoy. There's no real epic shots to speak of, other than a couple of views over Zamunda. It's mainly set in New York, Queens to be exact, which is usually overcast and snowy, making it feel cold and gritty. But this lends itself well to Akeem's search for an ordinary, or as he puts it, normal girl. He deliberately chooses a run-down apartment for himself and his servant Semi, so that he may convince people he is a poor African student rather than a rich prince. Like most 80s movies, this too has a decent soundtrack. Though not brilliant in my opinion, it did spawn 4 singles, so that's pretty good. Sadly, I feel the soundtrack is rather mundane when compared to other 80s movies, such as Ghostbusters, Xanadu or The Breakfast Club, which all had classic songs in that still live to this day. For me, there's just nothing that stands out on it. I always enjoy Coming to America, much like I enjoy Brewster's Millions and Trading Places, which stars Eddie Murphy and Ghostbusters' own Dan Aykroyd. There's just a certain charm about them. I feel the comedy still works all these years later, although some of the tropes are a little dated. But that's okay, this isn't a masterpiece, it's just a bit of fun, and as such, works just fine. For me, Eddie Murphy peaked in the 80s with the exception of Shrek. Beverly Hills Cop, The Golden Child and 48 Hours, they're all classics and I count this among them. And I'm tentatively looking forward to the sequel, which is imaginatively titled Coming to America, which is due out in December 2020. As the whole cast appear to be returning, I hope they can match the original for its wit and its charm and not just be a cash cow for the studio. So for that reason, I'm going to give Coming to America, this 80s classic, 8 out of 10.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe to see all future content.